With me now here in the studio, the journalist Nabila Ramdani, who specialises in French politics. Nabila, welcome. This is a man who came to power with so many stated ambitions, now on his third government this year alone?
Well, yes, absolutely. And what's happened today is hugely significant, but not unexpected development, I'm afraid. But it all encapsulates the ongoing crisis in the François Hollande presidency, really. As you said, he came to power with all kinds of ideas, but tomorrow we'll see his third government in this year alone. And what's effectively happened in the short term is you have two senior ministers, as it were, the economic minister and the education minister, who would like to see the President and indeed his Prime Minister put an end to the kind of austerity measures. Meanwhile, the President and Manuel Valls, his Prime Minister, still believe that their responsibility pact will work, meaning that they will, keep offering tax breaks to businesses in return for more jobs being created. But of course, the irony in this crisis is that the dissent comes from the economic minister himself, who's speaking out against his own government's economic policy.
Which in itself must be profoundly damaging, surely. And Manuel Valls, a man known for his law and order policies, not particularly as an economic manager.
Yes, indeed, and that's precisely what sums up the crisis, really, is that the government is driven by somebody who's known for his law and order policies rather than his sound economic credentials. And of course, there's a firm disagreement between, the President and his Prime Minister and the rest of his cabinet. We've seen, it is rumoured that Manuel Valls is on record saying, that it's either me or Arnaud Montebourg, the economic minister. But of course, even, this is speculation, as Manuel Valls has not spoken yet. It really encapsulates the rift between cabinet colleagues.
And François Hollande absolutely beset on all sides. The opinion polls make it clear the public don't like his policies much, and many within his own party see him as a traitor to the party.
Very much so, because he came in, as somebody who was on record during his campaign saying he dislikes the rich and he wanted to impose a 70% tax on top income. And he now has shifted to become more of a left to centre moderate, really. And this is very much not in line with, a left-wing party, a party, that was essentially had disappeared from the political spectrum since François Mitterrand in the mid-90s. And this is very much what's at the heart of the crisis at the moment.
And very briefly, all this, of course, at a time when everyone was meant to be commemorating the 70th anniversary of the liberation of Paris.
Yes, indeed. Today was supposed to be a very solemn, moment with François Hollande speaking in commemoration of the liberation of Paris. And of course, he would never have chosen to dissolve his own government on a day like this, but his hand was forced. And this shows that his government is in serious trouble. And let's remember that he's, the most unpopular president in the whole history of modern France.
Well, we'll be keeping track of this, of course. Nabila, for the moment, thank you very much.